Hello, welcome to another one of my videos. This one's going to be a little different than my previous videos. This one is going to be, I'm going to show you how I color and what kind of media I use and how I use it. This will be like different parts kind of video. This one being part one. I'm going to do that because I don't want to make the videos too long because then they'll take me forever to upload them. Uh, with all my videos, I don't edit the video afterwards, mainly because I don't know how yet, and I don't plan anything really. I just go through the book, decide on which page to color, which that's for me is the hard part. Deciding first, I have to decide which book to color. Then I have to decide which page to color in the book that I have chosen. Picking the media that I used is not a problem because I basically use the coloring pencils, markers, and gel pens. Those seem to be my basic kind of media. I do use acrylic paint occasionally, mostly to do large areas and just doing washes really, because I'm not very experienced with that. A little while ago, I didn't even like acrylic paint. And I do like to try different kinds of media, but so far, that's the ones I feel comfortable with is the coloring pencils, the markers, and the gel pens, which I usually use for markers. I usually use the Stadler. See if I can get this thing to focus. I'm going to have to do a manual focus. Anyway, I'll show you later on the close-up when I set up to color. I use the Stadler Tri Plus fine liners. Those are my favorite markers. I've been using Crayola for coloring pencils, and I use gel pens, which I have different kinds of gel pens. I have the kind that stay wet for a long time. I like those because those make it easy to blend, and I have the ones that dry faster. Uh, uh, as you can see, I have here Imagimorphia. Love it, of course. Uh, I have Anamorphia, which I love too. And one thing about Imagimorphia is the pages are thicker, are more like the other coloring books that you get of like by Johanna Bashford, that kind of paper. So that was pretty nice. It's still double-sided and it still goes across two pages, which I don't like. But that's not enough for me not to buy the book. I have colored uh, two pages in it. I haven't colored a lot because I've actually took a break from coloring to get back to my games for a little bit. Uh, but this is what I did, the two jellyfish. And again, I used coloring pencils for most of it, except for the jellyfish itself, where I used a wash with acrylic paint, and then I went over it with pencil. Now about the pencils, now I've been using Crayola, which I like. I have no problem with it, and I do own a few Prismacolor Premier pencils that I bought at my local craft stores, Michael's and AC Moore's, and I love those pencils, but they're a little pricey for me. But because I spend so much time coloring now, I thought, well, maybe, if since I enjoy it so much, that sometime in the future I might consider, investing on a pack of Prismacolor Premier pencils as a treat to myself. And I mentioned this to my daughter and my son-in-law. So I looked around for Prismacolor and decided that when I do buy Prismacolor pencils, I would go with the 72 count. But at the moment, it's still a little too pricey for me. And again, I have to be able to justify it. Well, as it so happens, last time my son-in-law and my daughter were here, my son-in-law surprised me with my Prismacolor coloring pencils in the 72 count, which totally surprised me. I was not expecting that, especially since it was not my birthday or anything, any special occasion. To say I was very happy and I was, it's an understatement. It was a very nice surprise, one I'm very grateful to him for, because I really wanted this set of pencils. As a matter of fact, the day before they came down, I almost bought the 32 count that Sims Club in my area had on sale for $12. The reason I did not buy it is because I really wanted the 72. Needless to say, I'm glad I didn't buy it. But anyway, so it just so happened when they came down, it was right before I started coloring here. So these are my first coloring pages with my Prismacolor Premier coloring pencils, my set, because I had a few, and luckily they were different. Those colors did not come in my set, so that worked out really good. But anyway, I had a lot of fun doing this one. I'm happy with the results, and I will do a background on this. Not sure what I'm going to use as far as a medium. It will be between acrylic paint, or I'm kind of playing around with using oil pastels, but not sure if I want to do that. I'm not sure, because those kind of feel like kind of waxy when you're done with it. I'm not sure if I want that, but until I do it, I'll probably won't do it until I make a decision. Or I may use water pencils. I don't know. I haven't really decided on that. Now, I did start another page here, and that was supposed to be the one I was going to use in my videos. For the how I color, and I did start actually recording the videos, but what happened was my webcam kept turning off in the middle of the video, and half of the video would be recorded, the other half wasn't, and since I already had done too much coloring on it, I decided, well, this is not something I can start over, and I decided, well, I'm going to use a different page. This is not finished. Again, in the water here, I used a wash with acrylic paint and on a wheel. This is, when I work on it, I will be using, my coloring pencils to make it what I want. The same thing with the wheel. In the meantime, I did my little fishies here, and I liked my fishies. Anyway, so, but that is because I did so much on it already. I decided, well, I'd go with a different image for the video purpose here, and this is the one I chose. I probably only may not even do everything in this page on the videos. It depends how long it takes. But anyway, on the tiger here, I'm going to be using a wash, and I'm going to do that as I record, and for that I'm going to have to move my camera, so bear with me a little bit, and I'm going to have to put on manual focus, and oh wait, I'm going to have to put a manual focus so it doesn't come out blurry. To do the wash though, I think I'm not going to focus it yet. I started to, but anyway, I always use if I'm doing a page on this side, I always use a cardboard cardstock and on this on the side and behind the paper that the page that I'm coloring. Now, if I in this case the wash is going to be just on a tiger head, so there's no edges. Otherwise, I would be sticking this out so the water wouldn't go to my other pages. But again, since it's all just the tiger, and I'm not going to do anything about that. I already did the acrylic paint, and this is what it looks like. It's going to be like a brown. The actual color is, I'll show you that I'm using is cocoa. It's cocoa. It's this, which gives you. That's the color that I am using. Um, I'm using that as the wash, so this will not be. Let me see. And always test your. See, it's kind of coming out a little too dark still. See, this is what I tested out because I want it to be really light, just to give me a base like. So we'll just give it a try. Can always add more water if we need to. Anyway, now I learned how to do these washes by watching Miss Dee Dee Willingham. I hope I'm saying her name right. Yeah, the video. She's really good with acrylic paint, and she uses washes all the time, and I really liked the way it looks. Of course, I'm not as good as she is. Um, so mine will never look as good as that. And again, when you do the washes, you just don't want no lines. But when you do the washes, you don't have to really worry about the lines because this is more like a background, kind of a shading kind of thing in the background. And I just really like the way it emphasizes the other colors. Or gives it character. I don't know. I just like it. And it doesn't matter if it's lighter in some areas. No, normally I do it faster. But right now I got my fan on and I probably shouldn't on my desk. But I get really hot. So I'm trying to not to let the paint dry too fast with the fan. And again, you can make it lighter or darker depending what you plan on doing. Don't really want a lot of it on the eyes. Um, really don't want it that dark either. But I'm going to add a little bit of more water to my brush because I don't want the nose to come out that dark. Yeah, that's bad. I just want a little bit of a shade on the nose because I'm going to use, I don't know what I'm going to use, but I'm going to use something. And again, you do want darker blotches and lighter blotches on it because it's all part of how it's going to affect your finished coloring page. I was going to say product, but this is not really a product. It's I don't know what it is. Well, anyway, again, I am no expert. I'm just somebody who really likes to color, and not sure I want it in the nose because I'm not sure what color the nose is going to be, if it's going to be black or brown or some other color. even pink. I don't usually stick with necessarily with the natural colors or whatever I am coloring. So, oh man. Now there's more of the tiger here. Ooh, see, there you go. There's more of the tiger here, but because there's so many things and again, if you get it over some place that you don't want to, it doesn't matter because it's just a wash. You can cover it up. But I think I'm too dark here. So anyway, this is how I do my little washes. And oops, I went over the line there in the background, but that again, that's okay because eventually the background will be covered too. And in this way, what the good thing about the washes is too that, well, you may decide after you color everything else because there's so much stuff on this thing. You may not need to patch it to color over it because you already like it the way it looks. Um, and that happens to me too. Again, I'm not as good as Miss Dee. So if you really want to see somebody do something good, uh, you need to watch some of her videos, and she has loads of them. Anyway, I think that does it for my wash here. Just a little bit more around the eye. Um, and again, just remember it's your coloring book, so you can't mess it up. Not really. And I know that I have some in the fish, some of this brown, but at the end you wouldn't even know I had it. I might as well do that. So anyway, that's how I do the washes. And I think I'm gonna end this video with this because it needs to dry. The thing about using washes and going over it with pencils is in order for the pencil to take to it, you really need to let it dry good. Now I do have a heater, but since this video is already getting too close to my 20-minute mark, I figure, well, I'll end this one here and the next one, which will be part 2, then I'll actually start coloring. Until then, if you like this video, please give me a like or subscribe to my channel. And you have a great day. Bye.